Excited to be back here, excited to announce officially here at the press conference the great light heavyweight showdown between one of the legends of the sport, the WBC and Ring Magazine world champion Bernard Hopkins, and the challenger Chad Dawson. I think it's a fight which has sort of like been in the cooking, in the making for quite a while, and I think we are all happy to see this fight happening at this point. We're happy for the light heavyweight division, we're happy for the sport, and we really can't wait to get it on. The fight is going to be on October the 15th, live from Staples Center in Los Angeles. It's going to be live on HBO pay-per-view, and it's going to be supported by an amazing undercard as well. We are going to have the semi-main event, so to speak, is going to be a world championship fight for the WBC lightweight world champion, the title which has been vacated by Humberto Soto when he moved up in weight. And we're going to have Antonio DeMarco versus Jorge Linares. Two-time world champion Jorge Linares is going to challenge for that title. And before that, we are going to have another amazing showdown, and that's going to be Kendall Holt versus Danny Garcia. Kendall Holt and Danny are both here, and we're going to introduce them in a little while. We've done many fights at Golden Boy, and I think we came up with many good titles. There was the World of Weights, there was Lightweight Lightning, there were all these great titles, but I really have to say, I think Gary, together with Gary, we really came up, I think, with the perfect title for this fight here. I really think it's the best title we have ever come up with, believe it or not. Because it really is amazing when you look at the accomplishments of Bernard Hopkins, how many times he has beaten the odds, and how many times he has made believers out of us. And yet here at almost age 47, he's going to go and do it yet again. Ripley's, believe it or not, is a tremendous organization. It's a global organization with a worldwide presence. Here in the United States, they have many museums. The one in New York is right across the street. And I encourage, for those of you who haven't seen it yet, go by and stop. It really is, believe it or not, it's amazing. And they have about 12 million visitors across the country in their different locations, and I really want to thank Ripley's, believe it or not, for making their platform available. They're going to activate in all of these museums. They're really going to promote this fight, so we're very excited to have the Ripley's or not, one of the real American brands involved in this fight here, and this is what this fight is. It's a real American brand. It's a real American fight. It's a tremendous fight, and thank you, Ripley's, for being part of that. I'd like to turn it over now to our co-promoter, Gary Shaw, to make some opening remarks.
Thank you, Richard. Thank you all for coming here today. We had a great press conference in LA yesterday. We spoke for about 3 minutes. Bernard spoke for about 28 minutes. We'll do all our talking in the ring. It is a great card. Thank Mark Taffet, HBO, pay-per-view. I think what Richard and I wanted to do more than anything was give the fans not just one great fight in Bernard and Chad, but give them a great pay-per-view card under it as well. And as you heard Richard say, Linares and DeMarco is a great fight. It's a 50-50 fight. Danny Garcia, a young up-and-coming fighter, against Kendall Holt, former world champion, I believe probably the best 140-pounder in boxing today. Certainly punches harder than anybody else in the 140-pound division. I think it's going to be one hell of a great card. For those that are going to Staples, they're going to see it live. For the rest of you on pay-per-view, you're going to get your money's worth. We guarantee it. Richard, thank you, and I thank Bernard for taking the fight with Chad. You all know that we've been chasing Hopkins around the world for about 3 years now, so we're glad that the little cat caught the mouse. So I'll turn it back to Richard to introduce Mark and everybody else, and then I'll introduce Kendall, and the Garcia will be introduced by Richard. Thank you.
Thank you, Gary. First off, I'd like to introduce to you the president of Ripley's, believe it or not, Times Square, Michael Hirsch. And again, Michael, thank you so much for putting your organization behind this great showdown. Michael.
Thank you, Gary. On behalf of Ripley's, believe it or not, and our entire organization, we're extremely excited and thrilled to be a part of this wonderful event. And on October 15th, it's going to be great for the sports world to be focused on boxing and the light heavyweight championship of the world. Our involvement with Bernard is very exciting, because when we define what a believe it or not is, there's all different characteristics, and his career has truly taken that route of what we believe is a live and breathing believe it or not, including being the oldest person ever to win a championship belt, and that's not to take away from his opponent Chad, who's really going to make this a tremendous fight. And like I said, on behalf of Ripley's, believe it or not, we're really excited and thrilled to be a part of this. It's our first endeavor into something like this, and we feel like we've chosen something that is a perfect fit. And then, of course, we're going to have Bernard immortalized in all of our museums across the world. So it's very exciting. With that, and with the amazement that we have for these athletes and the things that they can do, we just wanted to do a very quick showing of something that is another believe it or not that they can't do. And with that, I'm going to ask Albert Cadabra of Ripley's Times Square Sideshow Wonders to come up here just for a couple minutes. Again, thank you guys for allowing us to be a part of it, HBO and the fighters, and we're so thrilled to be a part of this. Ladies and gentlemen.